to talk about two keyboards that I have used, I like, I enjoy, and I think they carry some unique features. The two keyboards we want to look at today are one, the Apple Magic Keyboard with the numeric keyboard at the side, and we have the Logitech MX Keys, basically a first-party product from Apple and then a third-party that can be used with Apple and Windows computers. So in that sense gives a very unique perspective on how you can potentially use it with different devices. First of all, pretty standard if you've got any Apple devices. See, this one does have the extra keys, so I've got this one separate, and I've had a few of the ones that are smaller. Charges by Lightning in the back, and a little wedge, super thin. It is just really nice and sleek. At other points in time, I've had the trackpad. So basically, the trackpad is the exact same wedge shaped and width as this, and it sits right here if you want it next to it, and you can use a trackpad too. The two together are a very sleek little setup. Really where this comes into play for me, I have it connected to my iMac, and I always have it connected to that one, whether I'm on Windows, whether I'm on the Mac OS software with my iMac, then this is what's connected to it, and it's a great keyboard. Now, I'm not a keyboard expert in the sense of, like typing a million words a second, and that's just not me. I couldn't get on a keyboard and say, oh, it's this type of scissor switch, and it's got this travel and whatever. I hear all these people, all these experts, all these people who know keyboards talk about it, and I just think, cool, good for you. Keyboard for me is just a way of interacting with the computer, but when it works well, it works well. So of course I would highly recommend the Apple version. Again, no specific expert with how and why this is so good. It's just nice finish, nice product, high quality, has a little bit of weight for it. I've had many keyboards where they're super light and got no weight to them. With this, you connect it with Lightning at the back. It does everything you need, and it has all the obviously Apple specific prompts on the bottom line and the F keys for what it does for an Apple device. Of course, you can connect this to iPads, you can connect this to even your phone. A lot of different options, but it's one device at a time. So great product. Here's my alternative for you guys. The MX Keys. So this keyboard, I like a lot, not just a lot. I think it's probably one of the best out there. Now, when this came into my life, and I also got the mouse that goes with it, which is the MX Master, I kind of looked up online and checked it, did some research, found out a little bit more about it, how to use them, the different features. For the most part, every single person that I listened to highly regarded this as one of the best keyboards out there, highly regarded the mouse as one of the best mouses out there, and having used them both for best part of a year, I would probably 100% agree. Now, the reason I like this so much is there is an option up here and right here to connect it to 3 different devices, and that is Mac devices and that is Windows devices. I like that, and I do carry multiple different devices, and to go from one to the other is a really good feature. You also get a little USB stick that you can plug in the back, and I believe if you're on Windows, probably Mac, but definitely Windows, the software boots up and you can basically connect multiple devices, multiple Logitech devices to that one USB stick, or you can just use Bluetooth. Either way is fine. Obviously, switching between devices, it's just Bluetooth, but it's very quick. The other thing is this carries a USB-C in the back, which is fantastic. So for charging, super simple. One of the features I do like is that the keyboard essentially goes to sleep. I think it is in sleep mode right now. And when it detects your hand, it lights up. I actually don't know how the heck it detects that your hand is close to it, but it always does. You hover your hand near it, the backlights come on, you know it's basically ready to go. I haven't seen any of the keyboards do that. I'm sure other ones go to sleep, but this one, knowing that your hand is around and turned itself on, pretty neat. It's got a lot of weight behind it. It's definitely heavier than the Apple keyboard. It's backlit, and there's one little key in the top right hand corner which is to lock your computer. So when I'm using this on my work laptop and I'm at work, we always obviously have to lock our computers for privacy and security. Hit that button, locks the computer. It's just like a little fail-safe that before I leave my computer every single time, I get into the habit of just hitting that one button and I know my computer's safe. So the other thing is the bottom row right here, all of the commands and prompts are for Windows and Apple. So you have the start/option key. You have the command/alt key. So it's referring to whether you're on a Windows or a Mac computer, that if you press one, it relates to that one key. Now, if you have, say, a Apple keyboard and you connect it to a Windows device, which is possible and vice versa, the keys might say command, but they might not be the command on the device that you're using. So at least this one gives you a good idea that you're pressing the right button for the right device because it has both of them on there. And beyond that, it looks great. Now, I'm going to put a picture up, but I'm also going to try and capture this in the camera. We'll soon see. Okay, I think that is actually a good illustration. So you see the keys have like a little indentation in them, like a little circle. That is perfect and beautiful for your finger. Apples are just straight, tiles almost, you might want to call them, but the keys are just flat. This one has indentations in every key, apart from the function line, where your hands fit nice and neat in that little groove. It's the little things, and of course you can type your emails on any keyboard. It really doesn't matter all that much. When it's nice and it's fancy and it feels great and it's hefty and it has these little features built in that just make the experience a little bit better, then yes, it elevates the device to the point where I want to make a video and say, hey, I actually really, really like this. I really, really recommend this. It's a keyboard. It's not the craziest tech in the world, but out there, this really does a lot of things that other keyboards don't. It feels nice, looks good. So yes, highly recommend. The Apple one is great. Really, the design of that, how sleek it is, great. But if you want to step up your keyboard game, this, and of course I'm going to plug the MX Master, yes, the MX Master, and I'm going to do a separate video on this one because same thing with this. Logitech did a great job of this mouse. It's a mouse, but I have the desire to make video about it because of how much I like this and the keyboard. As a combo, it's good. Just believe me, if you're thinking about it, they are a fantastic mouse and keyboard combination. Highly recommend. That's my roundup of the MX keys and the Apple Magic Keyboard. Love them both. Try them out. Hope it helped. Have a great day. Bye.